everyone. It's Anaita Adebo. Thank you for joining me today. If you are just visiting, please do become a family of us by clicking the subscribe button. And today I want to talk about parenting and family during uncertain times. We live in very uncertain times, as you all know, and the impact and the aftermath of the pandemic is yet to be seen. We are seeing a little bit of that, suicide rates going to the roof, divorce rates going up, mental health issues higher than ever. And so today and this time more than ever, it's more important to heal and strengthen our relationship with our family, with our kids, with our spouse. And so I want to talk about some of the things you can do to have a strong marriage, and then I'll talk about parenting afterwards. Remember that the best gift you can give your kids is a strong marriage, right? And so here are the 3 things you can do to strengthen your relationship with your spouse. First is de-stress. We live in a time where there's a constant pressure and stress and demand. And so unless we take time for ourselves, we cannot always be giving, right? Or we will burn out at some point. And so do whatever it is that fills you up emotionally. For me, it's exercising, running, spending quiet time, go out in nature. So whatever it is that makes you full emotionally, do that, right? De-stress. The second thing is give and receive unconditional love. Remember that we all are imperfect and we all are different. Most of us have a tendency to expect everyone to act and think the way we think and act, right? But the truth is that we all are different. And so accept everyone just the way they are and give unconditional love and extend grace and forgiveness. Choose love than judgment, and try to understand the other person from their point of view, from their perspective. And so the marriage principles are written in scripture on Ephesians chapter 5, 22 to 26. You can read through, but I will give you the highlights. And so over there it says, wives, submit to your husband as you do to the Lord. You may have known this, but men have a strong desire to be respected. And so the scripture advises us to respect our husbands. And it also asks husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. And so the more wives are respecting their husbands and husbands are loving their wife, our marriages are going to go smoothly. I want to share a joke with you guys. I heard recently that God asked men who have not been dominated by their wife to line up in one group and those who have been dominated in the other group. And everybody lined up on the group that they said they were dominated by their wives. And there was only one guy who lined up and said that he's not dominated by his wife. And when God asked him, how come you are here? It's only you on this side. And he said, my wife told me to go there. And so let your husband be the man of the house and lead the family. He may do things the way you don't understand or you don't agree. If it doesn't make a big difference, let your husband be the husband and let him lead. And husbands, to love your wife as yourself. You guys may have heard of this. There's something called the crazy cycle. The more the wives does not respect the husband, the lesser the husband would love wife. And the more the wife feels unloved, the lesser she's going to respect her husband. And so it's a crazy cycle. And the divorce rate in this country is unbelievable, more than 50%. And this pandemic has made things worse. And so we got to heal ourselves first and heal our marriages, and just be intentional and be mindful of what's going on, what's working, what's not working, what can you do. Having an open communication is going to be key. Spending quiet time talking about what is working, and you can request your spouse, your wife or your husband, what you'd rather them do and not do. Just having that open communication is key to solving any miscommunication or disharmony that might have arisen. The third thing is invest in your marriage. Spend quality time. Turn off the TV. Quality more than quantity. Sometimes we think because we are just together, we are spending quality time. But if TV is on the background, or you are doing other things, that's really not quality time. Spend quality time, be fully present, and see what are the things you need to work on in your marriage. And so, like I said earlier, the best gift you can give your kids is a strong marriage. And lastly, I want to mention a little bit about parenting. I have a full video about parenting. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch that. Remember that kids have two desires and two needs to be met. One is a need for attention, for unconditional love. There's no parent that doesn't love their kids, but most of us fail to make them feel our love. And so spend quality time and make them feel loved, right? If they do something wrong and you scream at them, they do feel unloved. And you can say, I'm sorry I did scream at you earlier. This is why, but I'm sorry. We need to apologize sometimes. I posted on my Facebook page. If you haven't seen it, you can see that too. But one way to make kids feel your unconditional love and affirmation is by writing 10 things they are doing well, or 10 strengths they have, and you can have a quiet time, one-to-one time with them, and share those things with them. That will help them develop a sense of self-esteem, and they feel your love and appreciation for them. Don't say, but you have to correct this and that. Just read them the 10 things you wrote, and that's it. And the second need kids have is a sense of control of their environment. We constantly tell our kids, do this and do that, do this and that. And sometimes they do listen, sometimes they don't. And when they don't, instead of being frustrated and getting angry, talk to them, see their perspective, communicate with them, and have them feel a sense of control. That doesn't mean let them do everything they want, but just talk about what they need and how they can do better. Negotiate with them like you would with an adult, right? And so I hope you found value in this. I will post below 4 parenting style. Look at that and decide which parenting style you are incorporating mostly. And let me know. We can have the discussion on social media or on our next live video. Take care, you guys. Talk to you soon. See you on the next video. Bye.